the majority of Americans do not support the U.S. attacks on Iran, and Secretary of State Marco Rubio is getting pushback after his latest justification for the strikes. Take a look.
We knew that there was going to be an Israeli action. We knew that that would precipitate an attack against American forces. And we knew that if we didn't preemptively go after them before they launched those attacks, we would suffer higher casualties and perhaps even higher those killed. And then we would all be here answering questions about why we knew that and didn't act.
I don't know what he's talking
And
about.
this operation is not going over with some of MAGA's most vocal public supporters either. Take a look.
This war is not being waged on behalf of American national security objectives to make the United States safer or richer. This war is waged purely because Israel wanted it to be waged.
I don't think those 4 service members died for the United States. I think they died for Iran or for Israel.
I was out there on the front lines for Make America Great Again. And Make America Great Again was supposed to be America first. What is happening to the man that I supported, you supported, a year in, and we're in another war, and we've got American troops being killed?
And just to put a button on it, you know who just said in an interview that MAGA loves what he's doing. But it sounds like there's a little bit of discord here. There's a lot of angry people.
You know, there's something fishy about why he did it to me. I don't trust him anyway, and they all lie. But why is he really doing this? First of all, he knows that his administration is in trouble because people want the prices of food to go down, they want eggs to go down, they want gas to go down, and things are going up because of this. The gas is now at a higher point. The Dow dropped 880 points this morning. Oil prices are up 10%.
Right.
So why is he doing this? Possibly it's a distraction, like a wag the dog situation.
I don't think this one is.
You don't? One of my friends said, I asked one of my friends who's more of an expert than I am. Certainly, I don't have any expertise on international affairs, except the ones that I've had.
Only you can do something like that.
What was I saying?
About your many international affairs.
My friend said that he thinks that Netanyahu convinced him, Trump, that this would be good for his legacy. What legacy? The minute he is out, every name is coming off of every building. No one's going to ever hear from him again. So I don't know about that. I think he feels he's in trouble. God knows what's in those Epstein files. It must be horrendous.
No.
We were talking about MAGA's reaction to the U.S. strikes on Iran, and I just want to point out that this week they are set to vote on the war powers resolutions to limit, whose military operations in Iran. But given that the strikes have already happened, it's really not going to have that much of an impact.
Well, this has been successful. The strikes have been successful, taking out the terrorist regime in Iran, 40 leaders, along with the Ayatollah. There's more to be known about where that military location was placed next to a school, and we're still learning about that. They are attacking civilians. We are attacking military locations.
175 people, most of them children, were killed in that strike.
If I could just say this. Number one, Megyn Kelly's clip that we ran before is saying who those troops died for. How dare you, Megyn Kelly? How dare you tell a military person who has sacrificed their lives for our nation in our uniform, when they are sacrificing their lives in our uniform, how dare you tell them or their families or our nation what they died for?
Oh, you better be careful. She'll come right back at you. She's like a roller derby.
I'm not afraid of her. But I have my heart with my friends in the military. You do not get to authorize who they died for. So let me just clear that up. So I'm not, and I come here. I may vote Republican and I'm a conservative, but I'm a thinking woman and I have a heart with this war. Or military attack.
Well, one thing,
are you glad that the leaders there are gone, that they're not flinging women off buildings and gay people off buildings?
Well, one thing I'd like to bring up is that it's interesting that people campaign on no war, and what we see across administrations, not in one political party, is when they're in the rooms where the national security things are shared with them, they seem to make similar decisions, which is less about why did Trump flip-flop and what does he know in those rooms. The generals are not political. They go in there and they typically typically serve for their entire lives. So what I do trust is when they're in those rooms. Hillary Clinton came and sat at our table and spoke to us during commercial when President Biden and Vice President Harris were getting crap for how they handled the attack on Israel. And President Clinton said they're doing the right thing. She's a Democrat. So what I'm saying is the reason these are aligning, these administrations are aligning, is they know things we actually don't know in these rooms. And I absolutely trust that this was the right decision for the moment.
Well, I don't necessarily trust that it's the right decision of the moment, because I think Rubio's war remarks seem to be going back and forth. I mean, what we're hearing now is, that Israel was going to strike first. And so a smaller ally, America, who America funds, who America provides weapons to, was able to lure us into a war.
No,
where
they used our intelligence.
They used our intelligence, and they also are using our fighters. We're also sending bombs.
They were a
and
month out from creating a nuclear weapon.
Say,
do it quick,
we don't know
I'm
that.
going to break.
But let me also say, this is going to cost $210 billion to American taxpayers. We could eradicate homelessness in the United States for $10 billion. And so when people that voted for Trump are talking about America first, that is not America first.